Well, a very good evening, one and all. Welcome to the Studio Rats live Q&A, live number 305 live. My name's James Ivy.
Michael Drew.
Vinny the X.
Hold on.
And
There he is.
Hello.
and it's 40 Watt Phil.
Yeah. How are y'all?
We're all good. We've just started, so you're in time.
I thought you said you were James. That's not what your
Well-
name says.
Oh, it doesn't, does it? What the heck?
That's certainly not what your name says.
What on earth?
I didn't know we were being graced by ruptured sphincter.
Oh my god.
This is what happens. This is what happens when I have access to behind the scenes, because I've got the humor of a 13-year-old boy.
Oh, now we know why Paul wasn't allowed to drive for so long.
Exactly.
How do you change it, you stupid?
You don't need to change it. From now on,
I do.
now to be known as ruptured
No,
sphincter.
I do need to change it. Stupid person. Where do you go to change it? I don't know. People.
Anyway, should we just while he's figuring out how to change it? Should we do what we've been up to?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. What you been up to, Paul?
So, couple of videos last week. I did. That's brilliant. I did the video on the White Whale Junior, the little mini spring reverb from Creative Tube Circuits. Yeah, really good. But I still think the White Whale is. I think the White Whale is one of the best pedals ever.
The V2, the bigger one.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah,
the V2. Sorry, yes, you're right. I absolutely love that pedal. So it was hard. It was not a hard video to make because it still sounds great, but to me, the White Whale version 2 is just amazing.
Yeah,
but it's still a great pedal. Still a great sounding pedal. If you want, you've got a little bit less space on your board or whatever. Brilliant. And yesterday, I released the video on the Soldano Astro 20.
Yeah,
he likes it.
Yeah, I feel like the Astro got overshadowed by the Nick Huber in the comment section, though.
It did. Isn't it funny though? Isn't it funny on the last video?
You got roasted.
Yeah, I got roasted about Nick Huber. Now and now you're not making a video about it. Everyone's now the Gibson fanboys aren't all watching the video. So
that's it.
Yeah, and some people with actual taste. Watching the video. So yeah, but the Astro 20 is
you're on thin ice here, mister.
No, right. I love Gibsons.
I know you do.
I'm only messing. But yeah, the Astro 20 is great. The thing is, I think it's designed for those sort of guys that it's to do everything amp, but it's really clean. That clean channel is like the classic bad boutique amp distribution amp clean, the Sin 30 Sin 20 type thing, which is too clean for me. But the rest of the channels, channels 2 and 3, absolutely glorious. Love them. Love that sort of plexi channel and the more sort of 80s high gain. But the other channel, the top channel's got too much gain for me. So I'd always be living in the first two bits of the Galaxy system. But it's brilliant. It's a brilliant amp. It's got IRs built in. It's it's just a brilliantly designed modern amp.
It feels like it is an amp that really tried to be all things to all people. Because it's got the IRs built in. You can go to a cabinet. It's not super high wattage, so it's not like the loudest thing you've ever heard.
Yeah.
But I agree. I like amps that end up being in a more of a niche, which does mean I have to have multiple amps to do different jobs. But it sounded killer.
Yeah, that was mic'd up. That was using that little the little Roswell mic as well.
The cab mic, yeah,
it's great. Just
sounded really good.
Yeah,
I like that. So we'll go that way. James, what have you been up to?
So last week was a bit of a kind of a recovery post Bournemouth, because that's what we do. Then on Saturday night, I had a gig at a restaurant in Bath called the Ivy, spelt incorrectly, of course. I got there to find out it was upstairs, which is never fun with PA and DJ stuff and things like that. But I had a really good night. They were a great crowd and stuff. Then just kind of fighting my way into the week, really. Just doing lots of stuff, lots of stuff that I've overlooked and forgotten about, and gone, oh, I should do that. Oh, I need to change that. Oh, I need to go into the back end of YouTube and tweak this and optimize that. Those sort of things, which take way longer because you realize, oh, I need to get a piece of artwork that's this size, and then it needs to have this, and I've changed the logo. All those sort of things, the stuff that takes way longer, but you kind of need to actually set some time aside to do. So I've been doing all that sort of stuff with the big push to try and get JTT to 50k. That's the plan.
Yeah.
50. So what are you on at the moment?
5.
Okay. Well, I like the way you're you're thinking big ahead, big plans and stuff. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, nice. We should do Phil or Vinny. We know what Vinny's been doing. Vinny's just been loading it up in the richest country in the world.
Vinny's living the high life.
Very
Go on,
true.
Vin.
All right,
What
so
you
I
do?
haven't done anything. I'm on holiday, and since the last I spoke to you guys and did a quick hello, I was on a sailboat for 5 days, and I got some cool sailing lessons. Got to steer a big sailboat, and slept on the boat, and we made a bunch of different stops in a bunch of the fjords, and it's been killer. And next stop is north, and we're gonna go stay up there for 4 days or so, and then back here to Oslo, and then back home, and then back to the grind again, and then I'll start putting out some more videos again.
Nice.
Vinny's living the life I want. My wife and I have an understanding that if anything happened to her, now it's on the internet, so I can't, y'all know I'm not doing it intentionally. But if anything happened, I'm selling the house, I'm selling the cars, I'm taking the insurance money, I'm selling literally everything you see. I'm buying a boat, and I'm going to port hop for the rest of my life. That's all I'm gonna do. Live on a boat and port hop. I'm gonna go where the storms aren't. That's gonna be my life.
Nice.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's what I want to do so bad. For me, since I'm last, I'm assuming unless y'all wanted to skip me, I've been dealing with like personal and professional life in my day job being so busy. Like I started the year out really strong with the podcast, and then like intermittent for like 2 months, and now I feel like I'm starting to find a grind again. But it also means I'm behind on putting out some videos on gear. I'm behind. I haven't done a live stream in 3 months. Like I got to find the groove again. I've still got to finish the video on the Outlaw that I mentioned. I've got this in. Any of you, if you're not familiar with Non-Human Audio, this is the Non-Human Audio Regrets. This is his new reverb. It's a belt and brick style reverb, but it might be the best belt and brick reverb I've ever heard. Just a spectacular sounding thing. I want to do a video. I want to do a video about expense of pedals and talking about what guitar players get wrong about how much pedals cost. Like an opinion piece, because I'm tired of hearing people who think all they ever need is a tube screamer and an analog delay getting mad that other people want to use more creative tools. You know what I mean? I'm kind of tired of it. It's like, yeah, it's expensive. Don't get me wrong. Like the big impetus was the new, and I'm sure it's in the news, the new Strymon that just came out, right? Yeah. The first comments I saw on every video were about how expensive it is at $679, right? And I said, do you realize that means it is exactly the same price when adjusted for inflation as the Timeline was when it came out in 2011?
Yeah.
Really?
So the Timeline came out in 2011. It was $449. Adjusted for inflation to today, that is $670.
Amazing.
It's basically the same price. So I think there's a real conversation to be had there. I'm not telling people that don't want to spend the money that they have to spend the money, but I think calling everything too expensive, everything is expensive. Everything's expensive. And it sucks, but I think everybody's approaching it in bad faith and from the wrong angle.
Where are the Strymon pedals made?
They're U.S. I assume they're U.S. made. The company is U.S. based.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the history of Strymon, for those of you who don't know it, they came out of Line 6, and they created a company called Damage Control.
Yeah.
And then folks from Damage Control left and created Strymon. And then not long after the Big Sky came out, I'm not going to put time. And we talk about this on the podcast. After that came out, the folks who started Strymon, Angelo and Terry and Gina, left and started Maris.
Yeah.
So that's the lineage of Maris, where they came from. They were all Line 6 people at one point, and then they were Damage Control, Strymon, now Maris. So I assume they're made in the U.S., but they might not be.
Sean, my dear friend, Sean, send us one. We'll say nice things. I'm sure it's really good. Go on, Sean. Sean Hallivans, who is head of marketing for.
They are made in the US.
Yeah, I've been talking to.
Expensive. If you want to go, if you want to make them in China, they'll probably be $300.
Yeah, cheaper, and they'll break the first year you use them. That's not actually a slight on Chinese manufacturing, because Chinese manufacturing can actually be very, very, very good, but that's not why U.S. people import Chinese-made products.
Right,
like
and
And
if it is that tier very, very, very good, the price is going to be so close to the U.S. built one, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like look at the JTG that I had. That was a Chinese built guitar. That guitar played like a $4,000 guitar. It was spot on, and people were pissed. It was like $2,600 or whatever it was. But so you wind up in that, and then people are like, "Well, I could get this for $2,600 in the States," and you're like, "Yeah." So
do that.
The thing I hear, and the thing I have a little bit of experience with Chinese manufacturing, is if, as a company, you have someone who is in China who is your QC person, then you have, and they have a good relationship, because obviously the Chinese OEM manufacturer, or the manufacturers, are working for lots of different brands. I won't say the brand names because I'll get in lots of trouble, but there are factories in China, in certain cities, where on the same production line you will see 4 or 5 different well-known, let's call them Western European and American brands being built on the same production line by the same people.
Yeah.
But because one brand will have someone over in China, maybe they may be a native, or they may be someone that's gone over to be the QC, to be the representative of the company locally, that's when you get good stuff coming out of China. When you just, to be fair, and this is a very generic phrase, leave them to it, that's when quality control might go out the window a little bit.
I listened to the Tone Mob podcast this past week with Jesse Honig from 29 Pedals on it. I don't know if y'all have listened to it, but I love Jesse, because Jesse doesn't care. Jesse doesn't have sacred cows. He is a killer studio musician, session musician, plays everything. He's an incredible engineer who ended up being a tech and making some of the best gear used by some of the best producers on the planet. And he's got one of those special sets of ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was talking about import gear. And he said, and it was right at the end of the podcast, almost a throwaway thing at the very end, where he talked about, if you ever hear of a piece of import gear or cheap gear that sounds really good, he said, buy it immediately. He said, you want low serial numbers. He said, because what happens is they throw everything at it for the first batch. And then once that first batch builds a reputation, because that's what all the manufacturers are going to base it on, they're not going to keep the monitor like they should. Some do, but then they start figuring out how to make it more efficiently and cost effectively. And that's when the corners start getting cut in those later batches. So I think that's really true. And so if you've got somebody that's monitoring, look at PRS. They have someone that's there every day at the factory.
Yeah. And that's where, I mean, in another world, and one of my brothers used to work in call centers. That's where outsourcing to the Far East for call centering it only works when you have someone from the company there heading it. If you just leave them to get on with it, that's when it goes horribly wrong, and quality control and customer satisfaction numbers just tank. A little off topic, but hey.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. No, you're good.
Should we dive into some questions and stuff and see if we can avoid talking about Fender?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Outer Limits. He says, "Even gents, I think a bit of the debate around the whole digital versus analog thing can be solved with one word: volume. Plug your modeler into a proper power amp, not Class D, and a 2x12 and blaze." Yeah, I think that's probably a fair point. I went to it's funny. I went to a local music festival a few weeks ago, and the first band that I heard, I thought, God, that's a great guitar tone, and it was an AC15, just like with pedals in front of it. It sounded
on the edge of destruction, presumably.
Yeah, but you know, like
no, it's an AC15 turned on. It's on the edge of destruction, no matter what volume it's at.
Yeah. Great, Tony. I was really impressed. It shows you how that sort of Vox, topology, whatever, is just sounds great. But anyway, sorry. Yes, I bet you're right. I mean, you might be right. I'd like to hear the difference of, a gig that had like a power amp and a 2x12 cab and a modeler compared to just the modeler going into the front of the house and seeing how well on a smaller stage.
Some of the best gigs I've seen on smaller but well-known events have been where they've had is it Audio Kitchen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've had those.
There is a company called Audio Kitchen.
Yeah, the Audio Kitchen guitar amps going into like 2x12s under the stage.
Yeah.
So they've had real cabs and real amps, but not on stage.
Who was that? I'm trying to think.
It was the.
You don't see those Audio Kitchen being used anymore.
No.
They did a head. They obviously do the pedals.
But the big chopper and the little chopper, didn't they do two heads?
Did they do two heads?
I think they did a higher wattage one and a lower wattage one.
It was a the band, and I can't remember. Not.
Well, while I'll give an example, then while you're remembering who it is, I went and saw Rival Sons year before last. And Scott Holiday has some of the best guitar tone in rock and roll today, period, bar none. The dude is a monster. And his touring rig now, because he's a tube amp diehard guy, but they had put together a European rig for him that could travel. And he uses real pedals, like actual pedals, into a Helix, into a Seymour Duncan power stage that he powers 6 4x12s off of. And he sounds incredible.
Wow.
That's not going to be a shabby noise, is it?
No, it's not.
Maybe that's the way. Maybe it doesn't matter about the valves. Maybe it just matters about the power amp. Well, and valves in the power amp, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you, like, a side note of this is, and it's slightly off topic, is my home stereo used to be Class D power amplifiers running one for each channel. I changed to a all tube Class A integrated amplifier, and even running digital streaming music with Cat 6 to the router and or vinyl, it sounds warmer and just better and punchier than it did with the Class D amplifier. So it's kind of like the same thing here. I think it's a worthwhile option if you could do it.
I know it's not everybody's favorite, but I always bring it up because I'm that guy. But I love the PV Bandits for a reason. They may be solid state, but they're a Class AB legitimate. That 50-watt amplifier will outperform any 800-watt Class D bass rig you ever put in front of me. Because 800 watts Class D, just Class D can't keep up with Class AB or Class A as far as actual efficient output.
Okay.
That's why you see PA speakers now. James, especially you'll remember these days when, like, I did lots of gigs with a rack of PV power amps for my PA, and I was running, JBL 215s and a horn, and then a couple of 18-inch subs, and then a bunch, and I was powering them off of CS 800s, and they're not actually 800 watts. At the ohmage we were running, they were like 2 and 250 watts per side, and they were loud as balls. But now every PA speaker, my JBL 715s that I have are like 1,500 watts.
Do you
rank them?
Do you remember though, back in the day when what was it, the Carlsbro 150 watt heads?
Yep.
Everyone gigged with those. And you think, hang on, that was 150 watts of PA, and I take 6K out now, and I know we put everything through the PA now, drums and bass and everything. And at the time, it was just the vocals, or just the vocals and a bit of keyboards or whatever. But how on earth did those things even vaguely keep up? I mean, the fact that vocals sounded up is probably a testament to it.
But the Class D, you see these 2,000 watt powered speakers, and I swear they're not a third of the volume of the old stuff I used to use at 200 watts.
Class D is efficient. Class D is very efficient. It's very cool. It runs cold. It doesn't necessarily mean it sounds good or sounds nice. It's quite spiky.
And it's not loud. It's just not loud.
The more we mention Class D, the more people are going to disappear. So, the LMS Rock. He also says, the Rats video with the Tone X into a high-powered PA sounded great. Class AB is why Katana sounds so good.
Agreed.
Agreed. Sorry, Jane, you can drive again. Dorian, evening, Rats and friends. 2 Notes Genome 2 sounds incredible. I've only scratched the surface, but so far I'm very, very happy with it. It's so easy to work. Have you done any captures with it? Only the captures that James and I did. I mean, I'm not sure. It sounds brilliant. We were really impressed with it. If it starts to get more adopted by guitar players, then we will definitely be doing captures with it. But I think at the moment we'll probably just hold fire to see what it does.
Because it supports NAMM A2, that's the thing we're throwing our attention at the moment. I think it's fair to say. But the fact that you've got what did they refer to it as? It's not super cloning, is it? Because that's the head rush thing. But where you could basically capture one patch would be an entire amp.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's really cool.
It is really cool.
Yeah, I need to check that out. Now that I know it supports A2, I may have to buy y'all's A2 capture packs because I didn't know Genome could do that now.
You don't buy them. We send them to you.
Okay.
Matt Nagy. 5150. Good day from Bermondsey. Paul Soldano review was awesome. Thanks, mate. I'd love to hear it full tilt through a cab in a full mix. Could it be too polished in that situation? No, I don't think so. No, it's brilliant. I mean, I was running it quiet through that cab. You heard it in the video, but
the dog was in the room.
No, I don't think it sounds too polished.
It sounded wicked. Great through that mic.
Yeah,
it's a really good amp. Dorian, that's hilarious. Oh, I think we're talking about James's new name.
Oh yeah.
Cheeky buggers.
Hod 8. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Hod. Evening, Rats and everyone. Says Graham. Evening, Graham. Mike Ayton. He said, good evening from sunny Cranleigh. Good evening, Mike. Bedler Plume. He said, I've seen a 30 watt Soldano solid state amp. How does it compare with the tube ones? Because it's affordable. Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Yes. And if I can get the Gary Moore tone, it would be great. So you're talking about the little mini.
Yeah, the SLO Mini.
Yeah, the boutique amp distribution released that, and the Friedman and
a couple of others, didn't they? Was there a diesel one as well? Do I remember?
There was a diesel and maybe a Bogner. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
It was a Bogner.
I've never tried them, to be honest.
But basically, the way that I think those pedals are, the Soldano is basically the Soldano pedal with a power amp in it. That's the way that I see those with a Class D. Would you get Gary Moore tones out of it? I mean, you'd get an approximation of that tone,
I mean, do you have
if Gary Moore played through it, he would have sounded like Gary Moore.
Exactly. I was just about to say
there you go. That's a good
you
point.
need Gary Moore.
I think it's worth. It might be worth giving it a go. I mean,
it's not an expensive. This is not an expensive experiment, is it?
No, but I see them as more. It's sort of you're in a guitar shop and you go, "Oh, that looks fun. I'll buy that," and then you buy the set. It's almost like Pokemon sort of.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And then you get it home and you never ever play it again, and it sits on the wall and gathers dust.
I think so.
I would get one of the smaller Friedmans or something. One of the 20-watt mini Friedman, not the little. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, they're great. Friedman makes awesome, man.
Yeah, they do.
Guitar Buddy, a butt plug inspector is a dangerous job. Thumbs up, Jivey. It's true.
Well, you got a thumbs up. That's how you inspect. So, talking about funny stuff that happens. So, for Father's Day, I was taken out with the family to this thing called the Revelry, which it's like basically they open the brewery up, they have a band and stuff. And as I got the thank you email and I was scrolling down past the adverts for beer.
Nice, love beer. Sorry, mate, can't see. Oh, is that you?
Oh, it is him. Look at you. Look at that.
I'm on the email.
There you go. You're on the email.
Nice.
I guess they've got to cover all, like modern day advertising. You've got to cover all aspects of society. So they went, we'll get the weirdo involved.
Yes. Yeah. I think they thought I'd been let out for the day or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what I was saying.
That's just offended 99% of them watching. Right, boom.
Sam Parker, Evening Rats. Are we still listening to Wonderwall? Wonderwall.
How are we?
No. It's a nice tune when it comes on.
It's fine.
Yeah. JP, evening all. Evening JP.
Oh, Al's in the room.
Al's in the room. Evening Al.
What's up, Al?
Mendel says good day all evening. Evening Mendel. Blind Man Gary, he said, hi, we just got the NRG Power pedal. That's yours, isn't it, Ben?
Yep. I got two of them.
And he loves it. He said, Phil, I'm a British person who knows the Wallflowers thanks to CSI TV show.
That's a reference to my most recent podcast episode, which I love that thumbnail and title I came up with. I didn't get as much flack as I expected. I called it why Oasis is huge in the UK and Americans don't care, or something like that. But it was a fun conversation, and to find out that the Wallflowers, one of the biggest bands of the 90s, didn't translate to the UK was mind blowing.
What was their biggest hit?
One Headlight. One Headlight was a big one, but it only hit on the singles chart in the UK. It only hit 57, and the album only made to 70s. Where don't get me wrong, it's not just the US though, because that album was topped out at number 4 in the US, but it was a number 1 in Australia and Sweden, and there's a bunch of countries where it hit number 1, but UK did not care.
But there were so many bands of that era that didn't do well in the UK. Matchbox 20 were huge in the States.
That's because they put out a single called Bent, and they didn't know that didn't translate quite well in the UK.
Who's the acoustic guitar player?
You
know who I mean?
The one that shit off the bridge in Chicago.
Oh, no, Dave Matthews Band.
Dave Matthews Band did not translate into the UK at all.
Dave Matthews Band, the thing about he was one of those weird, there's a Venn diagram there where he tapped into jam bands and radio friendly pop rock of the 90s. Is real weird because live they'll play the same song for half an hour. You know what I mean?
They're amazing.
Yeah, they're incredible musicians.
Oh yeah, great. I just didn't get the music. It was just too.
I liked them for a while, and then I had my best friend got into them, and he just ran them into the ground for me. I could not. I have not listened to Dave Matthews Band since that day. Since he ran them, I was like done.
I feel your pain. Paul did that with King Diamond. He kept playing it nonstop, and I was just like, you're gonna ruin this for me.
Do you know what? I was listening to another. It wasn't a podcast. It was actually a video, and someone started talking about King Diamond, and I thought, what?
Ben LePlume, he says, speaking of affordable gear, are you going to review Joyo one day? I'm not professional like you, but I was impressed with the reliability and overall quality so far. Interesting. I don't. Oh, we have been. I was approached by Joyo.
I've not played any of their stuff.
Yeah, no. I think those little lamps that they did.
Oh yeah.
All the different color bits, and one was like an SLO. One was
they were like $60.
Yeah, that's just not. Maybe you're right, Ben. Maybe I should have. I should have done it, but I turned that one down.
If you did, your views would have blown up.
I did one a long time ago on one of the American like Fender-ish style amp pedals.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time that are like looking to start a YouTube channel, which I don't know why they're asking me. I have a terrible YouTube channel, but if you want to do it, review cheap gear.
Oh yeah.
That's how you and review budget gear. You're going to blow up.
You either go super budget or super expensive. Doing the middle ground is where everybody else is.
Yep. Yeah. Especially in the pedal world, nobody cares about $150 plus pedals on YouTube.
No,
that stuff does not do well.
Yeah, it's not COVID anymore.
Mm-mm.
Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Hey, guys. Hi, chat. Hi, Amanda. Hope
hello.
Al says, I know how that feels, Phil. I haven't done a video for 6 weeks as my studio and house is also packed up. Our house move fell through.
Oh, no.
Before we were due to move. So living out of boxes.
Ow.
Oh, feel your pain, buddy.
Did you not exchange contracts?
Clearly didn't.
And there's a lot of reasons a house deal can fall through, though. And who knows?
Yeah, it could be on the buyer's end. Something went wrong financially.
Or, something with the inspector. Or I don't know how inspections work in the UK for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But,
you ever see Poltergeist where the clown comes out from under the bed and chokes the hell out of that kid?
that's gonna ruin a deal every single time.
I'd say. That mentally damaged me, that movie.
Hate it with that.
Sorry, Al. Sorry.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, sorry, Al. Shed Dad. Evening all. I've acquired a Fjord Fuzz Bjorn. Sounds great and cleans up well on the guitar volume, but most of the gain kicks in from 9.5 to 10. Is that just a thing with FF type pedals, or is it the volume on the guitar to blame? It could be. I mean, I've got a few of the Fjord Fuzz pedals. I'm not a massive fuzzy fuzz sort of fan. I don't know. I mean, if you've got a different guitar you can plug into it, I think that's worth a go.
Yeah.
I mean, Phil's probably the fuzz expert here.
That is kind of the fuzz face thing, though. The idea that you knock it back from 10 to 9 on the guitar, and suddenly you're clean. You're sparkly clean sometimes if it's a good fuzz face. And I'm talking, like this isn't a fuzz face, but if this were a fuzz face, you just crank the fuzz to the max level, volume to taste, and then you roll back on your volume, and suddenly you are one of the best sounding clean tones you've ever had. And so that's kind of designed to do that. Now, 9.5 to 10, normally I see it more like 8.5 to 10 is where all the fuzz starts to dial in. But yeah, that sounds pretty normal.
Yeah, I agree.
JP says, going to see those JCM 800s that look like sherbet dips on Saturday. Nice. Going to the Sex Pistols in Halifax. Nice. Yeah, I wish they'd. I mean, I reckon. I think it was a bad move that they did that, but I just think they should have done those without the Sex Pistols imagery on it. They should have just done those, cabs and amps in in those colors. They look cool. But
Have you noticed though how we spent that whole time with Marshall last December, did all those videos, and yet everyone else who's worked with us on those videos has been back there except us.
Probably a reason for that.
What did y'all do?
I don't think we upset anyone.
It was Fender Gate. That's what it was.
Yes, it probably was. Yes.
Bama Pop. QC is an old philosophy. Trick is tonal quality management, quality at every step. Competent staff, good quality material, standard operations, preventative maintenance, continuous improvements, etc.
Yes, total quality, not tonal quality as well. That's where we kind of lost the plot of it. But yeah, you're right. But still, there does have to be one person calling the shots at the end of the day.
Yeah. Rack Revival says, "Hi guys, RJ is building a real rack. When is it your guys' turn?" I guess that's got to be. Is that something that we would do? I used to have one. I wouldn't use it.
Yeah, I think RJ's doing it. One, it's good for the channel, and it's just because he wants to. Because it's not something that makes any like financial sense for him, or it's just because it's fun. Yeah. And I would be the least likely person ever to do. Paul, I think you'd be the person to build a rack rig if you're going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to use racks, so it's all, back in the day, I used to have a big rack fill up with gear, but I think if an AJ MP1 came up, maybe I would.
That would be,
I would wait 12 months for that fad to die down or the whole rack stuff and move into the 90s era rigs again, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Then it'd just be dual rectifiers again.
Yeah. And everyone, you could stand there with your PRS and be Chad Kroger.
Yeah, it'll be PRS and rectifiers. Judge, he said Fractal VP4 on sale now is $649. Enjoy my Tone X1 running through a Boss GX10. Sounds nice. Also own a Boss Dimension C, a DD7 SDE, and various Boss and Wampler overdrives. Dump all for Tone X1 plus VP4? Question mark.
No. No. Depends what you're doing. If you're in a function band and you need 10 different sounds, maybe.
I think it would I think it would do everything that he's got there.
Yeah. But you still want something in the front end of the Tonex occasionally, because you're gonna have to fly by the seat of your Watsits from time to time.
Yeah. I mean, I always think, my pedal board, which has got a switcher on it, is always going into the front of whatever unit that I'm using. So whether it be a Quad Cortex, a Anagram, or whatever, Stadium, or real amps, and I do think that does make a difference. But the digital effects, I think VP4 could probably do all of that. What do you think?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's the front end stuff that you need to keep something ready for the front end. Again, the VP4 can probably do all the effects that you need.
Yeah, I agree. I would use the VP4 if I had one for just time-based stuff alone, and then have a proper power amp or an amplifier of some sorts, and then have regular pedals on the front end, like a drive pedal, compressor, tuner, or whatever. Well, you don't need a tuner, but
nice. Right, Revival, what do you guys think of Ernie Ball's Source Audio Fusion? Yeah, is that in the news? I don't know if I actually picked it out for the news.
If it's not, we should talk about it.
Yeah. So Ernie Ball have bought Source Audio. Phil, do you know more about this than that?
So only a little bit, and I think it's a fun conversation to talk about. Source Audio is a US-based company in Boston area. I think they make great pedals, but I feel like they kind of got overshadowed by a lot of the other companies that do similar things that they do. I don't have like inside information, but I think it's an interesting move for Ernie Ball to go this route. But it is Ernie Ball adding effects pedals to their lineup, something they've not been good at in the past outside of the volume pedal.
Yeah.
Like they tried it. You remember the treadle, like they had an overdrive that was based, that had the volume pedal treadle and like that's tremolo and some other stuff. They were not well received. I saw them going used for like $50 kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
I think this gives them some serious clout in the pedal world because Source Audio obviously sounds great. Yeah. I think it's a good mix, and it's apparently it's a merger. It's they're bringing them, basically bringing the company in as a whole, is as I'm hearing it. Like it isn't like they just bought the IP and they're going to do their own thing. Okay. So I'm pretty sure the founder of what's his name, Steve something, Sean, George, Paul, Ringo. I don't know. Bringing them in. So it's going to give Ernie Ball some clout in the pedal world, and it's also simultaneously going to give Source Audio maybe some eyes and distribution that they didn't have before. Because obviously,
I'm sorry, Bill. My prediction is get yourself ready for a bunch of signature pedals.
Yeah.
Because Ernie Ball is all about signature models, and I guarantee you there's going to be a bunch of, I'm not saying I know anything, but there's going to be a bunch of Petrucci pedals. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. Stay tuned.
There'll be a Rabea pedal.
Yeah,
early
definitely.
doors.
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be all kinds of stuff. Watch.
And they'll
Guaranteed.
all be launched at NAMM.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Because it's too early. It's too late for Guitar Summit. Unless this has been cooking for a really long time.
Yeah, which
it's too late for Summit, but it'll be NAMM.
It doesn't feel like it's been cooking for that long, so.
No.
But I think it's like everyone said what I think. It gives Ernie Ball an effects pedal arm they didn't have, and it gives Source Audio a shop front that they never had before.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. Because while Source Audio had dealers and they had distribution, obviously they're all over the place. That's nothing compared to the network that Ernie Ball has between strings and guitars.
Yeah.
And there's a calling for a St. Vincent fuzz modulation pedal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be awesome.
Sorry, could I look more bored?
Could you look less creative? Come on. Think creatively, James.
That St. Vincent guitar, while I don't necessarily get her music and stuff, the guitar just looks like some kid got a plank of wood and went in a bandsaw and went, yeah, that'll do.
That guitar would have been better with a redesigned headstock. Would have fixed that guitar.
That guitar looks fine. I don't see a problem with that, but I love her. I think her music's great. But every time I see that guitar, it makes me think of this. I'm trying to quickly pull up an image so that I can share it in the chat so that you can see it.
It reminds me of a bow tie.
This is what it reminds me of. Oh, God, share screen. We're gonna share this.
Okay. That's exactly what it looks like.
You just ruined it, Phil.
You're welcome. I've played them. They play great. I'll stop sharing now. We don't have to keep looking at that. But I played them. They play great. I think they're great guitars. But and I don't know. They're just. I'm a traditionalist. It's not a traditional shape. It was made after 1970, so I don't really love it.
Yeah, I hear
you.
Yeah. And TV, he said, hot take, I don't understand the love for any Flying V. They are the most uncomfortable, clunky, and unbalanced thing out there. Terrible. And only recently, I think now sort of more mainstream artists are picking them up. When I'm saying that, I'm like Joe Bonamassa, etc. You see more mainstream people as apart from Kurt Hammett picking one up. And I think since that I've become more of a fan of them. But yeah, I mean, not to play, but look fantastic on a wall.
They look good on stage. That's why they
many moons ago.
Phil's holding his breath. He's going, I'm going to give you a list of all the mainstream artists that have always used Flying Vs.
No.
He's just going to give us
one.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
That is all you need to know.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
And he's smoking a pipe at the same time.
Hell yeah, he is. He probably just got done yelling at his drummer too.
Hey, I like that with the traditional Les Paul headstock with the Les Paul custom
well,
headstock.
that's because that's not a Gibson.
Yeah. Many thousands of years ago in a previous life, I went up to Derbyshire to the studio of one Andy Sneap. And along with more 4x12s in one room than I've ever seen, including those at the back wall of a Status Quo concert or Yngwie Malmsteen gig, the man has more flying Vs and V-shaped guitars than any other shape in his collection. It is mental.
That's what I'm talking about. But that's what I'm talking about with obscure. It's based on, because he's a metal artist. He's a metal producer. He's a metal artist. Yeah. That's what he's into. Yeah. That's not. I'm talking about like using it as a more mainstream instrument.
Yeah. See, for me, it's weird. I know it's just because of like my circle of influence growing up. I think of the Flying V as a blues guitar.
Interesting.
Because of Albert King and Lonnie Mack. So to me, it's a blues guitar.
For sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, is Antifa outvoted?
Yeah, outvoted.
Yeah, I think so. I hate to say it. No, don't.
Graham, there's a video on YouTube of a jam gig from '79 where they have Marshalls behind them. But when the camera pans round, you see to the side of Weller a PV combo mic'd up, smoke and mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, that's way more common than you think. And not just common to having a small amp behind the stack mic up, specifically to have a PV amp mic'd up. That was like a running gag that like they'd have this wall of cabinets, sometimes not even real cabinets, sometimes half shells, and behind it would be a PV solid state combo mic'd up.
Because they were reliable and could talk. That's where the session amps came from, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because they had the valve power amp, but solid state front end.
Not the session, because I don't think so.
The Music Man.
Sorry, Music Man. Sorry, not the sorry.
PV had a run of those as well, but yes, the PV session was the 400 watt monster that steel guitar players would use.
Yeah.
But reliable. They're reliable, especially when you're outdoor in the summer in the heat. They're not going to die on you.
Yeah.
Typically,
as opposed to
valves. Chris,
he said, Jivey, I agree. Yamaha have their own factory in China. The Yamaha LL16 acoustic is one of the quality of guitars that are more than twice the price. Nice. Pama Pop says, who are your favorite YouTube gear reviewers? Pete Thorne, Sean Tubbs, Michael Nilsson. They compose a piece in each video with the gear they're reviewing, all pro stuff. I like all of them.
Yeah. That's a good selection. I think Pete is generally my go-to.
I like Pete.
Just because I like his take on it as well. I like his kind of his presentation, his production, and Pete doesn't faff. Is get in, do the thing, give an opinion, get out. And the most important thing for me is he gives an opinion.
That's the thing. So all of my favorites are people whose like tones and ideas of guitar tone and styles are more aligned with mine, and that can vary depending on the mindset I'm in, but I honestly don't care if they play the piece of gear at all half the time, because I find people whose taste I trust, and if they like something, I typically will. And that sounds silly to not want to hear it, but as someone who's done YouTube demos, I don't trust YouTube to deliver the sound to me in the way that it will actually sound when I get it in the room. I'd rather hear someone I trust's opinion on it. Having said that, I don't actually typically like most demo videos. I prefer someone who's going to walk. If it's something complicated,
kick him out quick.
if it's a complicated piece of gear, like the Big Time from Chase Bliss, for example, I have my go-to. I go watch Mark Johnston's videos, but he is not for everyone. I like him for complicated gear because he will spend 2 hours and break it down in chapter sections of everything he's doing. I use it like a video manual for that piece of gear. But if it's like, oh, I want to know if this actually does the thing it says on the tin, you know, I'm gonna go to people like Pete. I don't even need to hear Pete play it because it makes me feel bad about myself.
I did a video the other day about the Soundbox party speaker, and someone commented it would have been nice to hear it. So to which I commented, well, unless you are 3 streets away, what's the point?
Yeah. I completely agree. You can't demo that because it's not, unless you've got like a binaural headphone.
But mic. even if you've got that, you're hearing it through your speakers.
Exactly. Yep.
But the thing is, I had to put something in the comments, and about 5 people have just gone thumbs up.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
There are some things you can't do an accurate demo on YouTube. You need to go experience it. And
you just have to, if someone is looking at a review that I've done of a piece of kit like that, hopefully you either are there because it's me, you trust me, and you trust my sensibilities and my hearing. If I say it's good, there's a fair chance it's probably good. If I said it was naff, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
I'm actually trying to build a live PA system, and I've had these exact questions: how to choose speakers and subs to capture the best quality volume, old school versus new. I think you just got to go and hear it, and go and speak to people that know what they're doing.
I think there are two questions here, Trav, as well. Are you building passive boxes and buying amps, or are you buying amps to mount in your speakers? Because you can do that. Paul's about to blow his own face off. My advice when you're building a PA would always be buy Crest or Crown power amps, which you can pick up for next to no money these days, and build yourself some passive cabs with at least double the power of the amps you're driving into them.
And don't forget to hit the like bell icon thing. It actually brings Paul's patience level down a couple of notches. His blood pressure down, please.
Hey, that's the thing about this show. Where it goes, nobody knows. And that's the thing about having a group of multi-skilled individuals. So up your sport, Drew.
Next, we are going to have to talk about Super
Fender.
No, we don't.
Evrim, he said, "Good evening, gents. I have the Tone King." See, this is the man that knows what he's doing. No, this is my guitar stuff. We have the Tone King Imperial preamp pedal. I want to add a JCM 800 style preamp right next to it. Do you have any recommendations? I would say if you like the Tone King, if you like that format, why not just go and get the Friedman, the Friedman pedal. The only thing is, it's not quite as versatile as the. I can't remember why. I'm trying to think of the output. There's something to do with the outputs are different.
Or the next comment down, the Royalist preamp.
Oh my God!
There you go. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah,
because that does the JCM 800. Well done, Fisher Trav.
And then the next one, because it's expensive, is the next one.
Or go and buy a Marshall Governor and put it in the front end.
Hey, that's a shout. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Get a 120 quid Marshall Governor from.
Or didn't Marshall just put out a JCM 800 preamp pedal?
Yeah, but even to Marshall's own admission, those pedals I've not tried or heard them, but they are built in their Far Eastern factory, whereas the Bluesbreaker, the Shredmaster, and the Bluesbreaker, the Governor are built in the Milton Keynes factory. So I'd be tempted to go that way.
Gotcha.
I'd go Governor every time because that is the sound.
I'd buy the Royalist just because it would look dope right next to the other one on the board.
And because it's expensive, yes. Let me scroll down. Hang on. Boom!
Plexico. He says, "Hi all. So I have yet to find a NAMM hardware pedal that switches presets without a gap. How sad." Yeah, unfortunately, that is an issue.
Well, you're talking. Here's why. I'm going to speculate. Just that's a lot of tech. Like, because basically you got to have dual processors, one running the one you're using and one that's going to run the one you're swapping to, so that there's a seamless crossover. Because otherwise there's a hard swap and there's processing time that has to happen in between.
Does the anagram do it?
That's just what I'm loading up. But yeah, there is a way. So with the anagram, you've got 24 blocks. And I'm just trying to see if you can load in on the anagram.
This is hurting my brain. Can we just talk about a Boss DS1?
Okay, so yes, on the anagram, I've just loaded in. I mean, I can do this all day long, but I've just loaded in 3 NAND blocks, and I could just keep going.
He's already added an extra super chat that says anagram is the issue.
Oh. Why?
Oh my god!
So no, anagram's not the issue. All you've got to do, you just got to do it in one patch. Yeah. You've got the power. You've got the power there to do it in one patch. So, yeah. So I can't. Can I show it? I don't know if it's possible. Can you? You can't see that, can you? No, it's going to be possible. Yeah. No. You just load up loads of blocks of NAMM. And then you switch the different scenes, switching in and out different blocks.
Yeah,
it worked. That worked perfectly without any.
So instead of, don't think of it as switching patches between a Marshall and a Fender. You put the Marshall and the Fender in the same patch and just switch scenes with them in and out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
okay, so I have loaded in 3 blocks, and I can't load in. It's funny. That's the only. I can only load in 3 NAND blocks.
Right.
Before, let me just see if I can do another one now. Now that I've.
It says now try switching presets. Try it, damn it.
Yeah. But we're not switching presets.
Yeah, I know we're not. We're not talking presets. We're talking scenes.
Yeah, because nothing can switch presets seamlessly. I think there's only a couple of. I think maybe Boss Cam. That's because it loads in the next preset. Yes. It sort of has that buffered. Yeah, that's not the way you'd run this. You'd run this like switching the scenes, and then that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, gents, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to sign off here because I have a flight tomorrow morning to northern Norway, so I will bid you farewell.
Rock on.
And I'll see you next week.
Adios,
you guys.
See you, Ben. Take care, mate. Have a good one.
See you guys.
Later.
Take care.
Bye. And there he was. Gone.
Do you think we talk too much NAMM, Vin?
Vin loves a bit of NAMM.
We're approaching it for me. Speaking of NAMM, I did look. That's where those Marshall pedals are made. Vietnam.
Yes.
It was it. Come on, James. You can do it. You weren't there.
You weren't there, man.
There you go. That's what it is.
That's your best attempt at American accent I've ever heard. That was good.
Sam Parker, Op bought a PS24 custom and love it. The missus caught me sneaking it into the house on the Ring doorbell. That was bad.
Lesson learned: cut the internet before you bring the guitar in the house.
Boys, you cannot get anything past them.
No,
you shouldn't try.
Well, there is that.
It's true. Rust in peace. He says, Everett, maybe not an 800 per se, but the Plimsoll Mark II It's highly versatile. Does super lead to 800 depending on how you set the soft versus hard clipping.
Yeah. Or if you don't want a full tone pedal, you can do the Wampler Pinnacle. Gets a similar sound.
Mm-hmm. Or just get a governor.
Or just buy a JCM 800, the amp. I mean, just do that. Just do that instead.
Just don't lift it.
Hollywood, evening all. I struggled with the heat in the UK today. Did you know less than 2% of households have air conditioning? Yeah, it's crazy in the UK, isn't it?
It's just nuts.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like, James is living that 2% life.
Yeah.
Most offices do, though, because of the same reason I have here. Because computers chuck out a lot of heat.
Yep.
Yeah. But yes, it's quite a luxury.
I've loaded in a whole bunch of effects into this, and I can keep going, but it's funny. I can only load in 3 NAMs. But anyway,
it's probably because it wants to take control of.
Oh, I've got a warning DSP overload detected.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, but that's not.
You can probably do.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry.
Even if you do 2, that's probably still enough.
Well, 3. You can definitely do 3. Yeah. Anyway, hi guys. Do you have experience with the Fryette power station? If so, do you think it's still the best attenuator available? Everyone that I've spoken to says yes, that's the best one because it's got a valve. It's got a valve back end.
I'm just worried with the name because Fryette always worries me when you go mention anything to do with amps.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I really like the Tone King, the Iron Man that I've got. What it doesn't do, like the Fryette, it doesn't have that power stage so that you can go directly out from there with your. The Fryette is like, to me, it's not like the Tone King at all. The Tone King is its own thing. It's more like a better version of the Boss Waza tube amp expander.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Sam, Mrs. was in hospital having hip replacement.
I mean, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the fact that her phone was on in her hand at the time. That's
probably
good work, Mrs. Barker.
During the operation as well. She's just like, I'm going to get it.
She had the anesthesiologist monitoring. Just to be sure.
Just knock me out just enough so I can't feel it, but I can still watch this bloody phone.
And Sam was going, right, she'll be under about now. Go!
Like
syncing watches like it's an Ocean's 11 situation.
He probably went NHS as well. He had the chance of going private, but he's like, nah, do you know what? I need a PRS. So she can go NHS. Mike, he said, saw Matheny's drummer Paul Wertico jamming last week with John Etheridge and Enrico Pina. Etheridge had Martin Booth guitar through a 2-rock studio head and a barefaced cab with 2-rock speakers. Nice.
Sounds like the truth right there.
All 3 chords of it.
Nice
those boys played way more than 3 chords.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Amanda says, here to say Canada likes both Oasis and the Wallflowers.
Yeah, Canada is the center of that Venn diagram between the US and the UK, I think.
Yeah. Yes, I think you're probably right. Graham, the Joyo American sound was great. I still use mine as a backup to my Tonix. Nice.
Yeah.
Ali, he says, warm welcome all. Anyone have a guitar they witnessed in their youth that if seen would buy? Reverb Doomscroll showed me a Hohner SG Lion. Wow. For 170 quid. Snapped it up with no regrets. It's actually really good. Nice.
The guitar I always wanted through my ute was a Fender Stratocaster Plus with lace sensors.
That's what my sister plays.
Nice.
And the more it stays on reverb up for sale, the more I don't want to sell it.
Don't sell it.
Don't sell it.
Be worth some money one day.
Yeah, if you don't have to sell it, don't sell. Right now, especially, I'm telling everybody, if you don't have to sell it, don't sell anything.
Stuff's not selling at the moment anyway.
No, it's not.
No,
it is not.
Mine would be probably and it's funny because I'm not even really a massive fan, but the Ibanez Petrucci.
Oh, they were great.
With the sort of
what's his name? The Picasso, yeah,
style. I really like them, but I mean, I'd probably hate it.
Yeah, you'd probably hate that.
Yeah, I'd hate that. Phil?
I don't know that I have one. The guitars I liked in my youth are very much not the guitars I would play today. Just not. And like I remember, do you remember the Jackson Kellys that looked like weird mockingbirds? And then they did those like rainbow sparkle swirl finishes on them. Yeah. Like I loved those. I would never buy one. Never.
I didn't know you were a metaler.
I'm not. That's the weird thing. I loved those guitars though.
Wow.
There we go.
Bill of Plum, the COVID recession has long gone, but in Canada, everything went up in price like crazy. Everything and grocery almost doubled except for toilet paper. Fortunately, damn, yeah.
Yeah, but the quality of toilet paper went down.
Are you being serious?
I'm being serious. Quality of toilet paper has gone down to keep the price where it is.
It's in the UK. It's referred to as shrinkflation. So where you used to get in a packet of biscuits, like those little single packets, you used to get 3 biscuits for £1. Now you only get 2 biscuits for £1.
I remember the first time I ever noticed that concept. It was in cereal boxes, like dry cereal for breakfast. Like the price stayed the same, but the boxes started getting they were still the same like this way, but turned sideways.
Yeah,
they started getting smaller and smaller.
Those cheeky, mischievous marketeers. How dare they?
Mendel, Nick Huber versus PRS versus Gibson for what makes a guitar a keeper. Paul's video isn't even 2 weeks old, so it's okay to skip this question. Well, look, Gibson's always going to be worth. I mean, you know, you're talking 3 quality brands. Gibson's always going to be worth money because of the name.
Yep.
PRS is really strange to just go up and down in price. Sometimes you see PRS are really fashionable all of a sudden and the prices are up, and sometimes you just they drop. And I think we're starting to see an upwards sort of movement with PRS prices. Secondhand.
Yep.
And Huber, it's a bit more boutiquey. I would say they're a bit more unusual, aren't they? You don't see as many on the market.
And arguably, you know, there are a lot of Gibson Les Pauls out there of many and various qualities, standards, makes, models.
Yeah.
And then there's the not Gibson Les Pauls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody selling a Les Paul will tell you that theirs is from the Goodwood era, and that it's not.
Damn, I've tried that as well.
Yeah, I bet you have. Nobody knows what the Goodwood era actually is, though, because everyone claims the one consensus is it's not 2015.
Yeah,
that's the one consensus.
Yeah, they had the fire, didn't they? They had a fire in the late 80s, which took out a whole raft of good timber.
Yeah,
but again, who knows if it's like, you know, when you play the game. So I'm late for the flight, so that means my bag will be going on last, but that will be on last onto the belt, but not necessarily last. You try and work out where you are in the queue.
Yeah.
Do you even have any idea what I'm on about? No, fair
I don't
enough.
think about that at all.
I do. I'm sorry.
I've
I've never thought about that in my life. That's a
It's
brand new
kind
concept.
of, you want to work out, if when your bag is coming off the plane, you want to go, well, I was early to the gate, therefore I'd have been bottom of the pile on the first, but then maybe I wasn't bottom. So the bloke pulling, is he going to pull off from the top or is he going to go from the bottom? And you can't second guess it. You can't second guess.
Could have just said that.
Yeah. Dad joke time.
Rummy, what do British sea monsters eat? Fish and chips.
Yeah.
Very good.
Isn't that what Canadia's? Isn't that what Canada? Kiwi sea monsters eat fish and chaps.
Very good.
Yes.
Wendell, for my next new guitar day, I'll be stepping outside the Fender Gibson lane and trying my hands on a USA Jackson RR1. What's the RR1?
That's what I'm looking up right now. Oh, it's the offset flying V. It's the
like the Dave Mustaine flying V.
Like only I think it's even more extreme looking than the Dave. I may be wrong because I can't picture the Dave Mustaine one in my head, but I think it's even more like
right. Okay,
off kilter.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay, so after 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
Willie,
they're not so great. Oh, what's up, Willie? What's going on? He's not so great.
He's just setting himself up for next week when he's Willie the Great.
Oh, I get it.
As long as he's not the Great Willie.
Dang it! Now it's going to be. Way to go, James.
Can we do? Now
Let's do the news.
You do the news.
Right, we can do the news. Oh no, that's the wrong button. You'd think that I would.
No.
I'd know this after that 15 years of doing it. There we go. Right. Yes. So as we talked earlier, the Strymon Timeline MX, the ultimate delay pedal. So it's basically 2 Strymon Timelines, isn't it, in one?
Yep. Basically, in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. I'm sure it's awesome.
I still won't send us one.
It's gonna end up on a lot of pedal boards.
I do think for the price though, if that's the same price as a Fractal VP4.
Yeah.
Different people. They're very different people.
Yeah.
Has it got an editor?
I don't know.
Because this sort of thing, I mean, something I put this in the same sort of category as an H90.
Yeah.
Bloody complicated to drive. You need. I was trying to do something on the H90 the other day because I haven't done it in a century, or feels like it. I went plug it in, and I had to use the editor. I couldn't do what I wanted to do without it. This for me is going to be the same. I'm going to want to.
You can edit patches through.
Through the new version of Nixie.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
The support. They do that so you can control it.
Okay.
Which is great. Yeah, which is probably great. Oops, sorry, wrong one.
Wrong one.
So there's that. That's new. Yes, they are expensive. They are.
But good stuff is expensive.
It is 763. I still don't know.
That is not how much it is in the US. It is 680 in the US.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they must have done a conversion, but it's just cheaper in the US.
See, I think this guy. This is the designer, isn't it? Pete Selly.
Yeah,
is the designer. I think the guy's a genius. No doubt about it.
But he shouldn't do their videos.
I don't think he should be doing the videos.
Sean should do their videos. Sean's brilliant.
Yes, Sean's brilliant. Okay, next, Gibson. We're talking about Gibson being traditionalist. They've just done a custom long scale, 25.5-inch scale length. Phil,
if they were gonna do a long scale version, the Les Paul Custom in black is the one to do it on.
It does look cool.
It's also that of Les Paul players, if there's one that's going to down tune, it's somebody playing a Les Paul Custom, and the longer scale means that down tuning doesn't get as flubby and weird. It's cool. I like that it's an option for those folks that like that scale length.
Yeah, it does look. It does look pretty cool, doesn't it? And it's $5,500.
So it's in line. I think that's in line with just a regular Les Paul custom.
Still a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
but
I would like to see them. Yeah, that's the same price as a standard Les Paul custom in black. So you're not getting an upcharge for the long scale. But I'd like to see them offer that in the studio and in the standard line.
Yeah, I think that would be. Yeah.
If they did it in the studio line, they would sell oodles of them.
Yeah.
Yes,
they would, wouldn't they? And then lastly, okay, have you seen this?
No.
So relic guitar sticks. So these are. I'll show you the little video. So it's basically
relic guitar stickers.
Look at this. I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, if you want, I think that looks all right, doesn't it? If you're into that sort of stuff.
From a distance, you would never know.
No, I don't think so.
By that I mean a stage distance. I don't necessarily mean like a festival. I mean,
it would be funny.
Pub band distance, you'd never know.
But if you were playing and got sweaty, and then
could you imagine them sliding down the body of the guitar?
So Ryan Burke did a video on these back in 2022.
Oh wow, okay.
I just shared the image so you can see it.
Let me stop sharing this. Okay, go on.
Boom.
Oh,
those are stickers.
Yeah,
and also the block inlays are stickers on the neck.
That scratch plate is...
I was about to say he didn't ruin it. He didn't ruin it with the stickers. He ruined it with the scratch plate.
I bet that video did really well.
Let me see. We can stop sharing. We don't have to keep staring at it. But the video. Let me see if I can open it without it playing. That's
190 billion views.
Let me see. I'm going to mute this tab. There's too many things to do when I want to do this because I don't want it to start playing. It is 32,000 views.
Okay, so not as many.
That's not as big as I thought.
No, did not get all that big. Well, because his audience gets like the tongue in cheek. They're not reverential about things like that.
Yeah.
It's just the audience. So
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hollywood's talking of the 90s sound, dual rectifiers and PRS. Do you know if that was a Matchbox 20 band first? Do you know if that was the Matchbox 20 band first album Guitar Tone? I was listening to some of that record earlier this week. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they played. Was it Rob Thomas, isn't it?
No, Kyle Cook was the guitarist for that. For the lead guitarist for that album. And he, if I remember, because I was a huge Matchbox 20 fan, I've seen them live a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember it was PRS and Gibson guitars. And the amps were a combination of Matchless, Buddha, and Bad Cat.
Oh, interesting.
Interestingly, over here, the only thing Rob Thomas is known for is his duet with Santana.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that was like one of the biggest, like literally one of the biggest hits of all time.
Yes. Yeah.
So
great, and a great song.
Oh yeah.
Douglas, thank you very much. He said, would Paul ever consider making custom patches for the Boss Katana for a fee? He's made some of the best, and that amp still has potential. Oh, thank you. We do make.
We've got loads.
Yeah, we've got loads of Katana patches.
No, what he's asking if you would have a search. I've got a buddy of mine that does this for Helix ecosystem. Like somebody could tell you the sound they're going for, and you build them a patch that gets them that sound.
Yes, I have done that. And I get asked that quite often. And when I let them know how much it's going to cost, 90% of the people don't get back to me because it's a day rate, and people go, well, hold on, that's more than I spent on the Katana. So yes. So yes, if you really want that, but I'm afraid it's not cheap. But
yeah, because it takes a lot of time, and there's a lot of backwards and forwards as well, because what's out in the words of Different Strokes, what might be right for you might not be right for some.
Exactly. And it's and different people's fingers. If you're in the room, it's different. If you're in a room, you can play and say, I want it a bit more like this, want it a bit more like that. But if I pick up the guitar, or James picks up the guitar, or Phil picks up the guitar, it's gonna sound different. So it's a pretty tricky thing to do. Back to analog.
Yeah.
And why not?
Why not just use scenes? Yes, that's what.
You need to go back a little ways. We got a few you're skipping because we went to the super chat.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes, sorry, we did. Boom.
Rummy, blues players were early champions of the Flying Feet. Yes.
Yep.
Hendrix. Yeah.
Because they were affordable on the secondhand market at the time, because they bombed when they launched.
Oh, interesting.
It's the same Offset thing in the grunge world. They were cheap in pawn shops because nobody liked them.
Yeah.
Willie, they're not so great. Says half shells, turtle power.
We were talking about the half shell cabinets.
Yeah, Heroes in a Half Shell.
Yeah. They weren't called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for y'all, though. They were called
Teenage
Mutant Hero Turtles.
That's it. That's right.
Yeah, it's because because ninja over here meant something evil and dark.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Xenophobia. Got it.
Yeah.
And the Flying V players that just want to be Explorer players. Fine talk. Hillary, if you got sent or asked to review a piece of gear and you received it and thought this thing is a piece of shit, what do you do? It gets sent back. Happens way
more often than you think.
More than you think it does.
It's even happened for me. I've sent things back and been like, I can't get anything I like out of this.
Yeah, there's also been situations where I've said to the company, and I'm sure Phil and James have done the same, where you say, I don't like this, I'm happy to review it, do you still want me to review it? And you list its good points and you list its bad points, and that's happened a couple of times.
We've also done reviews that haven't gone out because we've been told we did it wrong.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we won't be working for them again.
Twice for different companies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nah, you don't play on the video first, you just put it out.
Yep.
Well, I know, but sometimes as a courtesy and as a fact check, we do let the brand see it first.
As a fact check.
And when you get told you're doing it wrong, to which I've retorted, if we're doing it wrong and we're quite clever, what has Joe Public? What chance have they got? And we've had all the heads up and the tutorials and all that sort of stuff. What chance has anybody else got?
That has happened twice.
It has.
That was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all can tell me later because I'm curious.
Yeah,
we will. Don't worry. Boom.
Willie, it was my birthday last Wednesday, lads. Happy birthday, Willie. Sorry I couldn't be present on the stream. I'm sure I was missed. Oh, like we didn't even think it was worth doing it.
Yeah, we almost just canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was that.
Yeah, the Friedman IRJ, the JQ Lee model does the JQ.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then we have dry switching. That's all done. And then okay, why don't we do scenes? We've talked about that. Yeah. And then boom.
No need to throw the baby out the bathwater. I completely agree. It's the Anagram's an awesome piece of kit that if you use it as it's intended, as the same as the Quad Cortex, same.
Yeah.
As pretty much every, even the Axe effects, you use scenes inside the patch, because switching scenes switching patches it's loading. It's got a completely different set of programs.
Yeah. Switching patches is really hard. Switching scenes is really easy. It's an easy load thing.
Yeah, really low. Yeah.
The only thing, and I do remember this from the 11 rack days, is Obviously, the 11 rack didn't have scenes; it only had patches. Now, you weren't dealing with samples or IRs or anything like that, but some people did find that certain MIDI controllers would cause a jump or a glitch in the patch change, and some didn't. And we found out why. It's because the MIDI switchers were sending the same signal across all MIDI channels all at once. So the device was going change. If you set it to one patch, to one channel, and sent, rather than being on MIDI channel Omni, it was on MIDI channel 1, for example, and you sent the patch change, you didn't get the jump.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him. I'm relaying some useful information, and he's checking into
useful information. I love this. Useful information that no one uses because no one ever uses.
No one uses MIDI anymore. Let's face
it. They do. It's just changed a little. But to put it into a more practical perspective, sometimes there's just, that's how it has to work, and you've got to find the place where you can make the change. I used to gig a Mesa Boogie Rectoverb, the 50-watt combo version.
Yeah.
And when I first got it, when you switch to the drive channel, when you switch channels, there's a break.
Wow.
It's not just and this is an all tube analog amplifier. And I remember thinking, I feel like it shouldn't do that. So this is like 2004. I called Mesa Boogie. And first of all, the thing that blew my mind, a real person answered the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I told them, I had this problem. And then within 2 minutes, I was talking to the guy that designed the Rectoverb, which was not Randall Smith. It's some other person that worked at the time at Mesa Boogie. At least I don't think it was. I don't think I got on the phone with Randall Smith within 2 minutes of calling Mesa Boogie in 2004. But and then he basically, I told him my problem. He said, yeah, unfortunately, that's just a nature of the design. There's going to be a split second of silence as you switch to the channel. And so, yeah, I timed my switches.
Yeah.
Finger blasting for dummies. The Royalist is called signature pedal. Just look at that pillow in the background. Yeah.
Oh my God. I had to explain to I saw some people on threads ask because they're watching the World Cup and they're like, why is the English flag different from their actual flag? I was like, you just tell me you don't understand the Union Jack and the multiple countries in the United Kingdom without saying you don't understand. You ignorant American.
Yes. Bless them, Father.
Right.
Rack Revival. Hi guys, technical question. A lot of pedals rack gear have a ground lift. How should I apply this in the chain? Say that there's a lot of hum. Should I lift the ground per unit or lift the ground on all? James, you can have that one.
At last, he accepts it. So the ground should be on by default on all devices at the start. It just should. What I would do is connect them one at a time. And if you have a problem with a particular piece of kit, lift the ground. If that works, bonza. If you then move to the next piece of kit and you find there's still a problem, ground is cumulative generally. Earthing problems are generally cumulative. So what you might find is the last piece of kit in your chain makes, the earth on and off might make no difference. If you have the earth lifts on other pieces of kit in the chain lifted. Generally, start with all the grounds in, and then if you have a problem, lift one at a time. Remember, earth is there for a really good reason. It is your safety net. Don't lift it unless you have to. I've seen people go into 3-pin plugs. I appreciate that you Americans don't understand the relevance of a 3-pin plug.
We use 3-pin plugs. What are you talking about?
Americans are always 2-pin, aren't they?
No. Oh my gosh. We use 3 pins. They just don't look like yours.
I thought Americans were 2-pin.
He's what's that word when someone's trying to
count the pins. Count them.
All right. So basically, I've seen people go into a British plug and either snip the earth to get rid of the problem or pull it out of the plug. please don't do that.
Because they do it in the US too.
If there's a fault with your piece of kit, especially a valve amp, you will die. Period. End of. Full stop. Don't do it. If you do have a problem and you can't sort with ground lifts on the piece of kit, get a 1-to-1 isolating transformer, use a DI box, use any piece of kit where you can lift the ground. But for God's sake, don't just cut the earth to the mains, because you will die a horrible death. And I don't want that on my conscience. So moving on.
They also make an adapter because it used to be in the US, we had a lot of 2-prong outlets. Most at this point are 3-prong. And so they made an adapter so 3-prong can go into the 2, and all it is doing is clipping it. Don't use those either.
No, use these. These little devices. These are made by a company called, I've forgotten, I did some work for them, iFi. This is their ground defender. And this is their DC blocker. These, even if you don't have power problems, these will make your gear sound better. I always do that and plug all my amps through these two.
Oh.
I did a video on these a little while ago, and they are brilliant. They're about £100 each, or thereabouts, from what I remember. I've never had noisy amps in the studio with these.
Interesting.
There you go.
Sam, last time I went to Anderton's, I told the missus the doorbell needs changing. Still disconnected.
Charging.
I got away with. Nice. Shady Lurker. Just got my Nick Huber Crouster 2. Nice. Plays so easy and is lovely resonant. Even the neck feels damn amazing. Cheers, lads. Nice one, Shady. Did you buy it new or did you get it second hand? Where'd you get it from? Nice. Tricky Trav. I like the idea of running passive speakers and using power amps. Now, how much power is enough power? I see these Crown and Crest with, oh my God, 300 watts, enough for an outdoor venue. Can we answer this really quickly?
It's a bit like saying how long's a piece of string.
Yeah.
That generally, when you're talking about power, you're talking about people you are performing to. In old school maths, it is 1 watt per person, thereabouts. Especially in Class AB and Class AB push amps, it's 1 watt per person. 1,000 people, 1,000 watts, give or take. These days with Class D amps, at least multiply that by 10.
Yep. Also, just to add, if you're talking about your guitar rig, Trav, don't buy a rack power amp unless you're going all rack. Seriously, buy the Seymour Duncan Power Stage. It's a pedal-sized power amp that fits on your board, can drive whatever speaker cabinet you want to throw at it.
But Trav was talking about PA earlier.
Oh, he was talking about PA. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Basically, I work on 100 people, 1,000 watts.
Yeah.
That's roughly what I go with. Sorry, it's not 1 watt, but 10 watts per person. Sorry, not 1 watt, 10 watts per person.
Ezekiel, greetings from Nuuk, Greenland. We have heaping 11 degrees centigrade. Good thing about the cold in Greenland, it doesn't get high humidity that affects the wooden guitars or even the electronics.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's got to be a bonus somewhere.
Wow.
Greenland,
yeah.
Isn't that like the 52nd state?
Shut your... Oh, my God. And we're back. Oh,
I'm joking.
I know you are, but there's people in my government that aren't, and that's the problem.
Blind Gary, he said, I saw Chris Isaac yesterday. Nice. At the Bridgewater Hall in Manchester. He was good, but his lead guitarist, JD Simo. Wow.
Yeah.
He's absolutely amazing on his Butterscotch Telecaster. So good. Yes, he is very good.
Yeah, he's a monster player.
Yeah, he's good.
The thing is with Chris Isaac, he's one of these people who's known for one song.
But what a song it is.
I mean, it's a great song, but it's not really... it's not really symbolic of the rest of his material, is it?
Nope.
That one song. So it's like when everyone knows Extreme for More Than Words. That's not what Extreme's been, or I Want to Be With You, Mr. Big.
What's Chris Isaac's other stuff like?
Country rock.
Yeah. He's very Americana, very early Americana.
Okay, nice.
Well, not that swampy, dreamy, surfy almost.
Yeah. I love Chris Isaac. I mean, but everyone knows him from Smelly Cat.
Yes. Cheers, Tricky Trev. Here's my contribution for a request of a PA equipment video.
that sounds like a Jivey Talks Tone. That's a Jivey Talks Tone video.
Yeah. I'll do some of
that. Dave, evening lads. Bloody hell, it's hot here in York. Got the free version of Genome on the PC last week, and I'm well impressed. Awesome. Yeah, lots of people are impressed with that. Al, he says, have any of you tried the Chaos Audio Stratus pedal? Tempted to get one in to see how bad it is. Claims to be more accurate amp modeling than Tone X Neural DSP in line 6.
Al,
I know that.
Al, talk to me later, and I'll tell you why you shouldn't get one. I just won't say it on this live stream.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, you have to tell us now, but later.
DeBrose, he says, Simo is the truth. Amazing play. He sure is. Sam, I remember going to ABC Music, remember them? And saw a 20th anniversary Strat for about 450 in 1979. I was so gutted at the time. I was only earning 50p an hour. It just seemed so far out of reach. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, I remember those days of you look back at what you used to earn an hour and you go, that's when you age, isn't it? When you realise.
Yeah. Dave Bro says Randy Rhodes. Yes. Yeah, Randy Rhodes. It's basically the same shape as the one Dave Mustaine used to play. I think. Willie, they're not so great. Can't be asked with the Foo Fighters these days. Pure pish.
He's never seen them.
They are kind of a legacy act at this point, though, aren't they?
I do still like the Foo Fighters. I have to admit.
Me too.
But
I'd love to play in the Foo Fighters, though. I'd love to play in the Foo Fighters.
That would be a great gig, wouldn't it? I think that'd be a really good fun gig as well.
They're more Biffy Clyro. I think just because they must need more than one guitar player on stage. Like Biffy, the amount of guitars that are tracked on those recordings.
Well, they have 3, don't they? They have three guitar players. You've got Pat Schmier.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, Biffy. Okay.
You've got Dave, and you've got
Chris.
The other bloke.
Chris.
Yes.
Yes. Go on then. Next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Heisenberg needs to stay off. That's very good. I've never even thought that before. But
I take back my snarkiness earlier, Willie. You were missed last week.
Brilliant. Sam, Rick Parfitt did a thing years ago sticking rap on guitar bodies.
Oh gosh. Come on.
Willie, 90 Sam was a Les Paul into a Marshall valve state. For Oasis it was.
I'm about to say only for Oasis.
Yeah. Or to be fair, it was for any of us who wanted a Marshall but couldn't afford a Marshall.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a Valve State 40. It was my first powered amp, giggable amp.
Oh, gosh.
I realize how privileged I am that my first giggable amp was a 1969 Fender Bandmaster Reverb head. So,
yeah. Moving on.
Blind Man Gary says, Phil, what's your favorite Matchbox 20 album? Mine is Yourself or Someone Like You.
Oh, that's a great album. That's that first album, and it was really, really good. It hit in a way that was perfect for the time. But my favorite album was third album, More Than You Think You Are, which that's the one that had Bent on it. That had I felt like he really dove into his songwriting even more in that third album. The second one, Mad Season's good, but that third album is the one that really lingers for me. But the more than you think, yourself or someone like you is my second favorite.
Right. Cool.
By the way, Al, if you're listening, I've checked in about the Soldano, so I'll let you know on that. Nekon, people say that the main limitations of the Katana is the cab and the stock speaker. To what extent do you agree? Like a better speaker and cab won't transform it into a tube amp, will it? No, but the speakers do definitely make a difference.
We both changed ours, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, I've got. I mean, it's in the garage at the moment. It comes out if I ever need to do a Katana video, but the heads. Yeah, I mean, speakers arguably make more difference than the amp.
Huge speaker cabinet.
Massive.
Yeah. The Blues Junior is a terrible sounding amplifier, not because of the electronics. That cabinet is awful.
Oh.
What was that little thing we did? Do you remember when we had that little 10-inch Rivera?
Right.
Do you remember? And we put it through the 4x12 and went, whoa, this thing sounds awesome.
Yeah.
The Pubster.
The Pubster.
Oh my gosh,
Pubster.
yeah.
A terrible 10-inch cab. That through a 4x12 sounded amazing.
Yeah. Ali. Oh, cool. He's done another Fender video.
We were talking about this before we came on air. No, I'm not gonna criticize John. I'm not gonna do it out loud. Sorry, I'm not.
John's great.
John's a great player.
Yeah.
He's an amazing player.
Come on then, next one. AC. Have you guys heard about the new Fender Cafe that's opened in Tokyo, Japan? No. It sounds like it's going to be a joke.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But he hasn't put anything further down, so I'm going to go with it.
Nekon, have you ever had to get set up quickly and leave the stage soon at a show with multiple acts using a tube amp then is sometimes elusive, I find? Oh, sorry, let me start again. Have you ever had to set up quickly and leave the stage soon at a show with multiple acts using a tube amp then is sometimes elusive, I find, because it needs warm up and cool down?
We had to do that all the time.
Yeah. All my show choir gigs were like that.
And I hate it. I absolutely loathe it. The worst ones are where you do, like if you're doing an awards show for someone and you'll turn up, do your sound check, and then you have to clear the stage. So you actually end up setting up twice.
Yeah.
Oh, hate those.
I used a tube amp for him, though. I'm saying.
Yeah. Louis always used to. Or Steve. Always used to.
Dave, he said, I had the Mezza Nomad. What had the same delay in the switching? It was noticeable. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I've worked with people who've used those amps and said they sounded great.
Rack Revival, I'm sorry, I still don't really get it. I have my rack patched up to the Sound Sculpture switch and blade. Okay, Switchblade 8. And every unit is connected to a Samsung PSU 11 power conditioner.
Okay.
I don't know. You're using old gear though, Rat Revival. So,
but but you won't have an earth hum until you connect the audio together. So once you've connected the audio together, then surely that's when the hum is going to appear. If you've got a hum without the audio connected, that's a transformer problem. There's nothing you can do about that other than bolting everything down even tighter than it was before.
Yeah. And even then, because you're running it all to a single source, which means you're running it to a single ground, you typically you could theoretically lift all the grounds on the individual units and you're still grounded because the power conditioner itself is grounded.
Had an idea. There are some cases where rack kit touching each other through it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you can, there's a number of ways you can do this. There's a product called the Hum Free. And it's basically like a little piece of plastic that goes around the rack bolt and then goes through the thread. and basically separates each piece of kit from each other.
Oh yeah.
You can get what I used to do, and I'm gonna have to try and find something now. Is on the bolt, it's on the rack screw itself. Put a little piece of heat shrink, so the screw doesn't act as the connector to all your other pieces of kit. Phil's got the Humphreys is the best solution. They're not cheap.
Can I just say, I love the way that Rack Revival's trying to get me to build a rack. This is like
or what you can also do is put gaffer tape either side of the rack strip and just punch through the holes with your screws. That does the same thing.
Oh my God.
It works.
There is the reason. There we go.
Welcome to 1989, everyone.
Yeah. And you wonder why nobody builds rack rigs anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you could go and hire Dave Friedman or Bob Bradshaw.
Yeah, or who's the guy in the States?
Dave Friedman or Bob Bradshaw?
Bob, no, sorry, I'm thinking. Sorry, who's the guy? Pete Cornish is the guy I'm thinking of in the UK.
In the UK, okay, yeah.
Yes, sorry, yes.
He said, "Should I lift the ground on all units or not? What are the disadvantages of lifting the ground? Well, safety. Almost every pedal rack unit has it, and I get the feeling it's some sort of easy fix for hum, but I don't know. It's just safety, I guess.
But the way they're lifting the ground is they're not lifting the ground in an unsafe way. It's just that it's not the same as cutting the ground wire on the plug.
Okay, see.
No, not even close. It does it in a slightly different way. I think your best bet is to leave all the grounds in until everything's on and working, and then take them out one at a time. Then try things like that. That on your power conditioner as well will work.
Right. Nice.
Your power conditioner will be doing a certain amount of good stuff. I seem to remember that it's Samson. They're good. Furmans are the ones that everybody uses, and there's a reason everybody uses them.
Okay, cool. Shady Lurker got it from World Guitars, brand new, worn gold top. Damn, I wish you'd have contacted me. I've got a brand new one here that is going off to a UK shop. I don't know which one yet, but you could have had a bit of a bargain. Oh well. Jeff Cook, due to accidental misoperation of a computer pointing device, I've taken delivery of a PRS. Very good. HDRX 20 head, a Tone King Falcon Grande, and a Bad Get Hot Cat 50 mod shop combo in the last few days. Damn, that has been
that's really that pointing device error is, it's worth getting that checked out.
Nice. Oh, you'll love
good work.
Yeah, you'll love the Hot Cat. Yeah. You'll definitely hear the difference between the HDR 20 and the Hot Cat. That's all I can say. But let us know what you think. Shiflet, thanks, mate. Chris Shiflet.
Yes, thank you. I was moving sofas today, and we've got some sofas in the house, and every so often I would go pivot.
You go what?
Pivot.
I haven't got a clue.
Fine, okay. I guarantee, if I say I'm moving a sofa and I go pivot, I think the chat will explode in a minute.
Okay. Nekon, last minute entry for stupid comment of the week. My Boss Katana can sound as good as 40 watts 2 rock, Jive's Matchless, and Paul's Amplified Nation.
I hate to say it, but it can.
It could sound good. Well, whether it sounds good, it will sound good. It sounds great.
We've done them. We've had the Matchless, the Marshall JCM800 and the Katana next to each other, dialed them in a very similar way, and you can't tell.
Yeah, I think it's more based on the player, isn't it? It's more based. It's how it feels as well.
Yeah.
That's the big thing to me.
But it's sonically, you can't just go, oh, that's the Marshall. Oh, you just can't.
No, I got to agree with you. I've got to agree with that. I think it was very hard to hear. Rummy, what's with the used guitar prices on Reverb? You sure a seller sold listings and they don't want to come down? What's it? Okay, what? You sure a seller sold listings and they don't want to come down in price? The market is super messed up that way.
Well,
any idea what?
I've had people recently ask for ridiculous prices. So at the moment, the way I'm kind of playing the game is if I've got a guitar that I want to sell for 1,300 quid, I'll put it up for 1,500. Because people are forcing the prices down. But what a guitar that I want 1,200 for, that's up for 1,500, someone's giving me an offer of 450. Politely, that ain't gonna happen.
No, that's a bit silly, isn't it?
People are pushing it at the moment.
Yeah, they are.
Not quite sure what you mean other than that, Rummy. Sorry.
Hector, wait. You guys know only one Chris Isaak song, but adore the Foo Fighters. What's wrong with the world today? JK,
that's not what we said, though.
That's not what we said.
We said he is known for one song.
Yeah.
And that is true.
Yeah.
Whereas the Foo Fighters are known for a lot of songs.
That is very true. Funky Bass, good evening. I'm very late. Glad I caught you guys today. Cheers, Funky.
Wouldn't have been the same without you.
Jeff, the HDR 20 through the Tone King Iron Man 2 into the Bad Cats cabinet sounds absolute monster. Oh, great.
Fab.
Yeah, please, you like that. Believe me, it's no joke. What are we talking about?
What did I miss?
AC. What were you talking about?
AC, you guys heard about the new Fender Cafe?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That tracks.
To be honest, they've got to do something. The thing is, everyone forgets that Fender Japan are, strictly speaking, their own independent entity to a certain extent, which is why they can do their own guitars and do their own market stuff, and we don't see it. I know they are still Fender, but it's not Fender Japan that have started all the recent animosity, is it? So if Fender Japan wants to do a coffee shop, then I'd go.
Yeah, I can't have a look.
They do some weird ass coffee because that's what they do.
Come on, let's steam through these. We've got 9 minutes. When Vinny isn't here, please put up a screen with the rubber axe. We should. Matchbox 20 use tremor verbs. Oh,
that's not what the interview said during that time period. They may have used them, but they didn't use them on that first record.
The guys that played on the record didn't play on tour, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I thought Kyle Cook played on that. I'm pretty sure Kyle Cook played on that record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Funky Paul, I'm looking for a gold top. Which one do you have? Looking for a gold top. Are you talking about?
I think Funky's looking for a gold top Les Paul, which you don't have anymore.
I think he's looking for. I've got what's here is a copper top, Krauss tattoo. If that's what you're talking about, with a crazy flame neck on it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I, on the other hand, have 2 of them.
Do what?
Gold tops.
Oh,
so
that's greedy.
I know it is. So nice. This is a 2024 R7. So it's a 57 reissue, stop tail, humbuckers. This is dead stock. Great guitar, although I'm currently got this one listed for sale or trade. So if anybody's got a PRS DGT, let's chat. And this one, though, is the one that I won't let go of. This is an R4, so it's got the rat tail bridge, but it's a mod shop, so it's got humbuckers instead of P90s. And these are the throwback DS55s, I think is what they're called. Essentially, they are modeled after the original PAF, like the very first PAF that was just a prototype that did not have pole pieces that could be adjusted.
Oh,
that's weird.
It is really weird. It almost looks like AI did it, but but they sound incredible. They absolutely sound incredible.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
Right, let's think through. Let's get through. Walrus. Oh no, Mr. Rats. Too much real work to do today. No problem. We can catch up. Andrew. Pivot. Is that you? See, you know, yeah, they know what's going on. Walrus. I'm close to just saying F it. I'm buying Freeman Jose. Nice.
Do it. Do it.
do it.
Like one of them. Tricky Trev. What is the music everyone is listening to or is impressing you the most these days? I've been hooked on Night Moves.
Oh. I'll
Can
be
we answer
listening.
that next week? Can we answer that next week?
Yeah.
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 We'll do that next week. Andrew, was the high watt DR103 for Smelly Cat the best joke in all of Friends?
Yeah, but that's a pretty low bar.
Yeah.
David Bros, friends, Jivey, are you related to Ollie from Jolly?
No.
Funky Bass, I'm sure we can make Booty Camp sound like junk.
Oh, I'm really good at that.
Yeah. I'm an expert. Yeah.
We're all good at that. Walrus, I've never even been happier.
There you
Never
go.
even been happier.
You own the Jose? And
They're chatting amongst
They're
themselves.
chatting. Yeah.
The Hot Cat only had a few minutes of tension yesterday, Wednesday, to make sure it worked after its journey from Toman to Brisbane. Wow.
Ooh.
God, if you're going to do that, can you use my affiliate link if you're going to buy anything from Toman?
Right.
Stuff like that. But at least it's everything you ever said about it. Great. Awesome.
Yeah. I did have someone this week use my affiliate link for a £5,500 audio interface, which I was quite pleased about.
That'll only £2.50. Nice.
Yeah. £3.50.
Ali, Chris Isaac, 2 songs. Don't forget Blue Hotel as well. Which
Blue
sounds
Hotel.
similar sort of vein to the other one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Funky, yep, sorry, misheard about the gold tops. Nice to see a copper top and the 2 gold tops, though.
Yeah.
Come on, Chris Isaac in the UK, 2 songs, yeah.
Not in the US.
Jeff said, I sold the twin reverb for what I paid for it. Volume aside, the Serve Bella does a better twin reverb impression than twin. Nice.
That's because the Sir Bella has some Dumble inspired circuitry in there. So
nice. Oh yeah, I prefer a Bella to a twin.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, that like button looks lonely. People should show it some love. Yeah, show us some love. Come on, give us some love. Really, really helps. You guys have a Sweetwater affiliate, not that works.
No,
I have one that works. Use mine then.
You can do that.
Right, at this point, it is time for some of this.
Stupid comment of the week.
Now, I'm going to caveat this.
Hey,
with...
if it was Blind Man Gary that sent it, it's different. It's different.
Very different, but it's not.
So the question was 4 guitars, 1 winner. Which would you pick? The Ultimate Super Strat. And he said, don't keep saying this one. If you're not watching, it's impossible to know what you're talking about. Mate, it's not a podcast.
Right.
It's YouTube. There we go.
And that's why that was
Stupid comment of the week.
My wife, who is possibly the nicest person in the world, she has a suggestion. We do favorite comment of the week and we give away like an amp pack.
Ooh, that's a good idea. So we can balance out the negativity.
Yeah.
It also simultaneously encourages positive comments. Just in general, it encourages commenting.
Yeah, that's not bad.
We should do this one though, just because we should, and then
Judge Shreds. Rats, I must thank you for your honesty. When I have sought advice rebuying new gear, you have not simply pushed me to buy more, even when you love the gear. I'm considering refreshing and helpful. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much.
Then
people watch your channel. Blind people watch your channel. Yes.
At least one.
Yeah, at least one. Yeah, Blind Gary.
Yep.
Cheers.
We got there, I think, just in time. Well done.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for joining us. We never quite know how these Wednesday evenings are going to go because they're so much of it is driven by you. There's a Brian May song in there somewhere.
Terrible song.
It was a Ford. Oh, what was that thing? It was their
Granada, I'm sure it was, isn't it?
It wasn't a Granada. It was their kind of wannabe Ford coupe thing. That anyway. I think my dad had one. I'll think about
Puma.
it in a minute.
Puma.
No, Puma was the baby one, the big one. The big one
Oh,
was
I know
Ford.
the one you're talking about.
Okay, well, since they're not talking about guitars, y'all, new goal for everyone that stuck it out this far. We need to pressure Vinny into getting a 412 because I just noticed, like, now that Paul's got the 412 in his space, Vinny's the only one of us that doesn't have a 412 in his space. He needs one.
Vinny needs some man.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes. So thank you for joining us. We're never quite sure how these Wednesday night sessions are going to go, and they're always a laugh. So please do hit like, subscribe, ring the bell.
Oh yeah.
All that sort of stuff. It really does help out more than you could possibly imagine. Please do check out Phil's 40 Watt podcast channel. Please also check out Jari Talks Tech. Have I missed anything? Check out Vinny the Axe because Vinny's stuff is great as well. And we will see you next week for more of the same, but different, if that makes sense. So take care, everyone. Have a great week and enjoy a weekend of gigging and all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you soon. Night.
Bye-bye.
We're all waving.